Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Be here from the UntitledGameShow.com, and welcome to another episode of my Borderlands 3 prediction videos. And as you guys can see right here, I am flaming. That means I am using an elemental weapon. But there is not only a flame element in Borderlands. In the Borderlands series, there is incendiary, corrosive, shock, explosive, and slag. And for Borderlands 3, I am sure there will be some new elements. So I'm here to give you guys my predictions of the next Borderlands elements that I want to see and the ones that I'm almost guaranteed sure that will be in the next Borderlands. Now let's start out plain and simple. There is going to be the element of water, and it will take its form in ice. So I think the next element in Borderlands will be for guaranteed. There will be a weapon that does some ice type damage. It will not be the most devastatingly powerful element out there, but ice is going to have the ability to slow down your opponents, giving you more time to take care of those big baddies that run and rush right at you. There's so many elements in Borderlands right now, like skags who just rush directly at you, and we need some way to keep them away from us while we set up our turrets or whatever else it might be. Now, moving forward, another element that I would love to see come to Borderlands is you guys are not going to expect this one. It's uranium, a radioactive element. Yes, guys, I would like to see a radioactive element show up in Borderlands. Now, this one is more about what I would personally want to see, and I'm not sure if it's actually feasible to do unless the game only comes out for next generation consoles. But I would love for there to be some type of radioactive element like uranium that does a actual change on enemies over time. So let's say you start shooting right here a murderer, as you guys can see me killing right now, and over time it doesn't really kill it right away. It slowly kills them and changes their bodies, have things grow out of the bodies like an arm, extra limb. Like, it wouldn't really work that great on, let's say, like vehicles, like the flying vehicles I'm trying to shoot right now, the buzzards, but it would work excellent on living creatures. So that's what I want to see going forward in Borderlands. I would love to see a radioactive element be added to the Borderlands franchise. Also, moving forward, the next element that you guys might not expect to be seen is air. Now, how you guys gonna make a weapon out of air? Well, I do not think that air should actually be a weapon in itself. I think air should be more of a defensive thing. I think air should come in the form of a shield. There should be shields types that do different type of air burst damage. Basically, a shield that once it's depleted and you get hit, it actually lets out kind of a nova blast, but it's going to be an air blast that blasts all enemies around you or away from you in a big, large circle. The damage that the shield does is not really anything, but the damage from the air blast when the enemy hits into a wall or whatever it might be will actually be quite significant. So let's say if you're in an enclosed space, you have a bunch of enemies run at you, you could go inside of a room. In that room, you could just let off that air blast by making your shield go all the way down, and boom, your enemies get all splattered against the wall and into little pieces, just like we love doing in Borderlands. If you're in an open field, let's say fight an enemy like Terraformers, where there's no walls to really push Terraformers against, you're not going to be doing basically any damage with that shield. So that's another element I like to be seen added to Borderlands. That one's a big more prediction, and the last one is even a bigger prediction, and I don't think it's even possible, but I gotta mention it because that's what I do here, guys. I would love to see the element Earth, and the way the element Earth is gonna have to be like the game Fracture. If you guys remember that pretty bad game a few years ago, where the whole concept of the game was to be able to terraform the land by using a specific weapon, but I would love to see that actually be added into the Borderlands franchise. Now that means that the game engine would need to be worked that way. So let's say if you have the ground underneath this enemy right here, you'd be able to raise and lower the ground, or even like crush enemies with the ground, and it's just over time. Like, I don't know exactly how that would specifically work in a game mechanic, but being able to terraform the land just sounds like a cool thing to see in Borderlands universe. But for definitely guys right now, the ones I'm 100% sure you're going to see, either if it's called freeze element or you're going to call it water, I definitely think you're going to see something with a freeze type gun. I would love to, like I already said, I would love to see the air shield. I think air shield will actually change up the way we could play the game, bring a bunch of enemies, chase you and run into a rule, let off the air shield, all the enemies splatter against the wall. If they have low enough health, that would just be an awesome thing to look at. Or if it splatters all over the place and it lowers their they get stunned for a second so the rest of your team could take care of them. And also, guys, I think it would really work well for the freeze one if the freeze and fire elements work against each other. So if you're playing with friends online, you actually need to make sure that one friend's not trying to freeze somebody else while somebody else is burning. So like a Craig would not really work that well with some as a fire, user, versus somebody who is a slow user, is a water user, which would be actually for frozen. So like if I burn somebody, they're not gonna be freezing as fast. As same thing, if somebody is frozen, an enemy that is, and you use a flame weapon, it will actually go ahead and unthaw them. So there's a lot of options to do with this, guys. I can't wait to see what Borderlands people over at Gearbox think up. But those are my predictions for you guys today. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be back with every single Monday with more Borderlands 3 prediction until the game comes out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please go ahead in the comment section below and let me know what kind of elements you personally would want to see come to the Borderlands franchise. Peace out, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and support the channel by just checking out this video here at the end. Hey, what's up, everybody? Be here with the UntitledGameShow.com, here to ask you for your support in a quick ad. Won't take up much of your time. Are you a human being? Do you shop on Amazon? If the answer to these questions are yes, then you could help make the Untitled Game Show grow. Any purchases made through the Amazon link on the UntitledGameShow.com will help us, like this pre-order of the PlayStation 4. You can click the link, it brings you right to the Amazon website, and you check out just like normal. As you see, just come here, you can bookmark the page, click on our link, bring you right to the Amazon website, search for any products you buy, and that's simple as that, guys. Thanks for watching. Be with the UntitledGameShow.com. Hope you guys are willing to support the Untitled Game Show and help us grow. That's all I'm asking from you. Buy things you already were going to buy. Thanks for watching.